Hello students and welcome back. This is the second class for on chapter 6 factors and multiples. Now in the last class we'll take a quick review of the last class. In the last class we have learned about multiples. Multiples are the end products, the products that we get by multiplying two or more numbers, right? So these are multiples. Now we have also learned about factors. Factors are those numbers which you multiply. Please keep in mind, let's take the same example which we have done earlier. Now, we have learned that the end product is called your multiple, right? And whatever number you are multiplying here are called your factors. Now, these factors we have already learned these factors of 6. Okay, let's concentrate on 6 now. Factors of 6 can also be 1 into 6, you still get 6, right? So 2 into 3 is 6, 1 into 6 is also 6. So the factors of 6 are not only 2 and 3, but even 1 and 6, the number itself. Okay? So we can have more than 2 factors for a lot of numbers. But here today we are also, before we move on to the next, the exercises, we will learn about one more topic. So we're going to learn about some certain numbers which have only 2 factors, some numbers which have more than 2 factors. That means in this case we have 1, 2, 3, 4. For number 6 we have 4 factors. But if I let's take an example, 5. How can I get 5 by multiplying 2 numbers? What 2 numbers will I multiply? I can think of 1 into 5. 1 into 5 gives you 5, right? Now, are there any other numbers that you can multiply to get 5? No, there's no way. 1 into 5 are the only 2 numbers that you can use to multiply and get 5. Similarly for 3, 1 into 3 is 3. Now, if you multiply 2 into 3, it becomes 6. So, these 2 are the only numbers which you can use to get 3. And if I go for another number, 11. 11, to get 11, if I multiply 2 into 5, it is 10, right? So this is totally wrong. 2 into 5 is wrong. So what I'm going to do is 1 into 11. If I try to multiply with any other number, I'm not going to get 11, right? This is the only possible way to get 11, right? So, similarly, there are other numbers, 7. To get 7, I can only multiply these 2 numbers, 1 into 7, right? 1 into 7 will give you 7. Now, if I take the next number, 8, if I take 8, I have 1 into 8, I have 2 into 4, 4 into 2, 2 into 4, same, 8 into 1, 1 into 8, same, so I'll keep it like this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, more than 2 factors, right? If I take, let me go serially here. If I take 2, now please look very carefully. 2 is also a number which has only 2 factors. You cannot take any other numbers to multiply and get 2. This is the only way, 1 into 2. Similarly for 3, 1 into 3. 4. I have 1 into 4, and at the same time I can use 2 into 2. 1 into 4 is 4, 2 into 2 is 4. I have 1, 2, since 2 is repeating, I can take only 1, 2. I have 3 factors of 4, right? Similarly for 5, only 2 factors. If I take 6, 1 into 6, please remember that for every number, 1 into that number are the factors, compulsorily. It will always be there, okay? It will always be there. Now, 1 into 6 is 6. There's another way, 2 into 3 is 6. We've already done here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 factors for number 6. 7, only these 2 numbers, 1 and 7, all right? So it goes on like that. The list goes on like that. Now, from here, we're going to classify 2 types of numbers. So before we move on to the exercises, let's understand and learn about the names involved here. So the first one is prime numbers. Now prime numbers are those numbers which have only two factors. Now we did it just before this topic. The number 2 has only two factors. The number 3 has only two factors. 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, it goes on like that. The list goes on. So all these numbers, if you try to find out the factors, you will understand that they can only be multiplied with 1. 2 into 1 will give 2. 3 into 1 will give 3. 5 into 1. This is the only way we can get 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. It goes on like that, okay? So prime numbers are those numbers which have only two factors. So these are the prime numbers, and there's an interesting fact about this prime number is that the interesting part is 2. 2 is the only even number. That means divisible by 2. The rest, none of them are divisible by 2. None of them are in the multiplication table of 2. That means they are odd. And this is the only even number which is prime. So in the later on in the exams and all, you may see questions, you're asked which is the only even prime number, right? So 2 is the only even prime number, all right? So after these, whatever numbers are left, they are called composite numbers. Now, fill up the blanks, whatever number are missing. But 1 is not a composite number, okay? We'll come to that later. Now 2, after 1 comes 2, 2 is already prime, 3 is already prime, so your composite number will start from 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20. It goes on like that. That means for 4, you have 1 into 4, 2 into 2, more than 2 factors, right? For 6, you have 2 into 3 is 6, 1 into 6 is 6. For 4, it goes on like that. More than 2 factors, okay? Please keep in mind, composite numbers means more than 2 factors. Prime numbers means only 2 factors. Only 2 numbers can be multiplied. Here we have different, 3, 4 factors. 3, 4 different numbers which can be multiplied to get 4, to get 6, to get 8. So this is the difference. And prime numbers and composite numbers, you're going to be dealing with this your whole life till you finish your studies, at least until you finish your studies. So please try to understand this concept. All right? Now, what about 1? The number 1 is neither prime nor composite. Please keep this in mind. This can be another question. 1 is neither prime. It is not a prime number. It is not a composite number. It's just a number. But this number is also given a name, and its name is, it is called as a unique number. All right? So 1 is called a unique number. Okay? So with that, the concepts have been cleared, concepts have been covered. Now we'll move on to some quick exercises. So once you understand the concepts, the exercises become quite simple. So let's look at the first exercise, first question. It's on page number 42. If you look at the first question, let me read the question for you. Write the first 5 multiples of the following numbers. So we already know what multiples are. Now the first question is A, 17. they want us to write the first 5 multiples of this 17. So it's quite simple. The first 5 means I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what I'm going to do is 17 will be in all these multiplications. Now you simply have to multiply them. We have already learned multiples means the end product. So we have to find this. The first 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm multiplying with in serially so that we can get the first 5, all right? So 1 into 17 is 17, 2 into 17 it is 34, 3 into 17 is 51, 4 into 17 is 68, 5 into 17 is 85. 5, yeah. So your answer will be, see, to find this answer, you simply have to know this part. 1 into, if this is 18, you write 18 here, 18, 18, 18. But to find the first 5, remember this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the number that is asked, okay? So these are your multiples. This is the answer for the first question. The multiples of 17 are 17, 34, 51, 68, 85. Now if you look at the next question, they have given us 19, right? So I will not be solving this. I'm just going to show you how you can go about it. In place of 17, now you write 19. Your answer will change now. I'm sure you have all learned about multiplication. Please try multiplying and the final answers will be your answer for this question. Okay? So similarly for C, D, same thing. Same thing, only the number will change here and the answer will change. Alright? So this is the first part of the question. I have done the first question. I expect that all the students will be honest and try the other questions at home. Let's look at the next question. Question number 2A. They are asking us to write the next 3 multiples. The next 3 multiples. So what they have given us here is a pattern. Let's call it a pattern. They have given us this 13, 26, 39. Now we have to write 3 more. 1, 2, 3. They have not given us any hint except for these numbers. Now, to be able to write, to be able to continue with this multiple, you have to know which numbers you have to multiply. So let's look at this, 13. And next is 26. So if you look at these numbers, you can see that 13 into 1 is 13. 13 into 2 is 26. 13 into 3 is 39. Now for the next number, I have to multiply with 4. 1, 2, 3, then 4. If I multiply this, I get 12, 52. So your next number will be 52. Then 15, 65. So it will be 65. And next will be 6. 4, 5, 6. So the last number will be 78. It can go on like that, but they have asked us only for the next 3 multiples. So this is your answer. 52, 65 and 78. It's quite simple. You simply have to understand what multiplication is taking place. What kind of multiplication is taking place, alright? So this is the second part of the question. The next question, I will leave it for you to try. It's the same thing, only thing will be the numbers will change. The number that is multiplied will be changed. So the next is given 18, 36, 54. So you can try with 18 multiplication table. So you can try with that and I'm sure you'll get your answer there. Now let's look at the third question. The third question, determine if A, 108 is a multiple of 9. Now they are asking us 108 is a multiple of 9. Now they're asking us if 9 is a 108 is a multiple of 9. All right? They're asking us if this is a multiple of 9. Now, in this type of questions, you have to know just one step. The only step to confirm this is by division. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide 108 by 9. Now when we divide, if the remainder becomes 0, that means this statement is true. If the remainder is not 0, even if the remainder is even if it is 1, it's not true, okay? But if the remainder is 0 here, that means this statement is true. So let's check it out. Now this 9 and 1 you cannot divide, so you're going to take these two. So you're going to divide 9 and 10. So the nearest number will be 9 into 1 will be 9. Subtract this, 10 minus 1, 9 is 1, sorry. Now 1 again you cannot continue, so you have to bring this down, 8. 9 into 2 is 18. When you subtract, you get 0. So remainder is 0, okay? Remainder is 0, therefore it is true. All right? They are not asking us true or false. I'm just writing that this statement is true. So we can confirm that this statement is true. This is not the only answer here. Your main answer here is this one, okay? This is not a rough calculation. I want you to do this, without this, even if you write this, there's not going to be any confirmation. So in mathematics, you have to have proof. So this is your proof and this is your final answer, all right? So since we're getting remainder 0, we can say that 108 is a multiple of 9, all right? Let's look at the next question. 206 is a multiple of 17. To get this, again, I have to divide 206 by 17. 20 and 17, let's divide. The nearest multiplication will be 17 into 1 is 17. You subtract, you get 36. The nearest will be 2, so it will become 17 into 2 is 34. You are getting a remainder here, 2. You are getting a remainder 2. That means this, therefore 206 is not a multiple of 17. This conclusion, we have arrived to this conclusion because we're getting a remainder here. That means this 206 is not divisible by 17. All right? So with this, we have come to the end of this class. We will continue with the other questions, and the other questions will be dealing with factors and prime and composite numbers. So until I see you again, please practice, continue to practice, go back to the concepts if you are not sure of what is happening here. And please look at the previous video and try to understand better and try to practice whatever questions I've left. So until I see you again, take care, bye-bye.